Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today is going to be a short and crisp daily recap of today's New York session. It's the 25th of August, and as you can see, we had the price bouncing and failing to break above 1765, which was the top of the London session bullish momentum. As you can see, from pre-London all the way back, all the way up to 1765, made a nice move of like 60 pips, but multiple times failing to break from, basically the whole London session. And as you can see, the last 15 minutes of the pre-New York was what made the real rejection happen. And as you can see here, we had the support that was created during this time with all these lower wicks and the candle closes was broken and then retested during New York. Let's jump into the 1 minute. As you can see here, you can see it pretty clearly. Price is bouncing down, up and down from these levels after the initial push of the pre-London and the London Open, which was around here, I guess. Yes, London Open made like 46 pips, and after that price was just in a sort of consolidation area all the way. This is the last tap in the pre-New York, 10 minutes before pre-New York. As you can see, New York Open aggressively broke below support, broke below these levels, which on the 1 minute were the sort of our PSAs. As you can see, we had a clean break and retest with New York, but remember that at 2:30, which is 8:30 Eastern, we had some news. So that's when we had the GDP and the jobless claims coming up, and we saw that the GDP was improving, so still no sign of a recession. I mean, even if they analyzed it was still negative, there was some improvement and less jobless claims than expected and than prior. So that was overall a bearish side for gold. So from there, even though we are at a possible strong demand area, which was basically charted up from the previous day, so was not really updated from today, so it was not really even that relevant, if I have to say, if I have to be honest. We could have found better PSAs, like here when the price aggressively moved up from the level. So I would say like here, this from the candle open till the candle close, this could have been the supply area. Of course, is a demand. And let me see if we go on the right. Yes, that's where we had the perfect reaction, 2:30, and that's where the reactions were afterwards. And as you can see here, exactly on the dot, we have the reaction and then like 38, 36 pips move. But as I said, due to the fundamentals, we are bearish. So that's what we want to see. So we see that this is the New York breaker retest, New York Open breaker retest. And here you see the timing. This is the new 4-hour candle open, so hourly and 4-hour candle. So as I told you, as I showed you many times, this nothing else is done. It's just the top wick to then go into a bearish candle pushed by your fundamentals. So you have the top wick, the very following candle is closing strongly bearish. That means that we are respecting these previous highs and the price is failing to break. Even New York Stock Exchange, basically almost New York Stock Exchange, fails to break, and that's where you have your bearish move. This of course would have been your high risk, high reward entry with the confirmation that I told you. So you have the fundamentals, you have the timing. So it's the new 4-hour failing to break and making the top wick. So as you can see here, the top wick being created to then continue bearish. If we go here on the hourly, that's top wick and then for continuation bearish. That's basically 60 pips, very clean. That's 35 pips just to go to the previous demand, but you are expecting there's a higher chance for price to break below, and you never have any single doubt of the price possibly going back up because you have no strong bullish candles to prove it. So that's what you want to see. What you want to do now is something that I've done live. It's okay, let's see from this move, let's have a look at 50-60% of retracement. If we put for the price to continue bearish, if we put the 61.80, you see that that was the reaction exactly. As I always say, most importantly, what was the relevance of this level? Let's remove, we can keep this, but what is the relevance of this level is that it was exactly at these candle closes. So it's not just the fact that even the PPL, more importantly, if we remove this, remove that, it's not just the number 61.8, it's also okay, where is it happening on the chart? And that's exactly at the previous lows and the PPL. So again, 61.80 with further confirmation that the price is failing to break. That's where you can have and take your continuation sells. Of course, now it's getting late, but just technically having a look at it, that's where you could have taken your further scalps. But okay, what is happening here? Why is this the price bouncing from there? Let's go and have a look on the 15-minute. Not a single candle closing there. Demand, I don't need it. This is the 15-minute, and as you can see, this is exactly the same level that I was talking about yesterday, where we saw the sells afterwards. After London close, we saw that the price, we had this supply area, we had the price going back down, breaking and retesting, and continuation down. If we go on the 1 minute and we just go back to yesterday, that's exactly what happened. Supply, retest, retest, continuation bearish. So that's exactly why today this level was relevant, even for some scalp buys. I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm in a very strong bearish movement bias, especially when I could take these scalp buys, but when I see these multiple reactions and I see why and where it is happening here, that's of course something to take into consideration and to cut your trade short, especially if you have also, you see that we are at a 60% retracement, we are at a relevant PSA, we are at a PPL, so it all makes sense for price to continue bearish, at least for now. So this is it, guys, for today. I told you very short, nice and crispy, and nothing much to talk about. No trades taken, and I mean the PSAs were from yesterday. I didn't even update the new one, so that was it for today. As I showed you, this was the possible sell due to the fundamental and technicals breaking the demand, and that this was the next and upcoming sells at 61.8 and the previous PSA being retested. So this is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.